Hi, everybody.
More difficult when somebody's done a great job.
Yeah.
Because nobody else wants to.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Sophie. Nice to see you. Hi, Julie. Yeah.
Hey, Tom. Wes, you have my head spinning right now.
I'll probably actually start you guys off with, maybe
Hi, Nanette. How you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. Eating my lunch. And you?
All right.
How about you, Chelsea? Our mutual friend won his election, so that's a good thing.
I thought this was going to be
I
lightly
was so
attention. Look at this.
excited for
Debbie
him.
Schmidt, the new school board member.
Yeah, he's very, very happy.
Okay, good.
Gonna be rude and eat while we sit here. I think I'll mute myself. I have the dog with me, so.
You're not rude to eat. Don't worry about it. Everyone else here is eating too.
Okay, but I'm muting myself because the dog is very loud today.
Nanette, what's on your menu?
That's right.
Grilled cheese. Grilled cheese and noisy grand dog. He barks at everything. What can you do? Alrighty, muting again.
It's on my list of things to do, but I haven't done it, which is to send you the budget information from this year's CDSU issues last year. If I were you, no, it's a spreadsheet where nothing is linked, nothing makes sense. It's just what I used was the accumulation of the garbage which preceded it.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Put them up there. Okay, yeah.
So that and then the agenda that I use every week. I mean, you use it or not, it's just something that I'm trying to think of what documentation I can use.
Both of those would be very good.
If I could do that, I would just do the budget in QuickBooks and get the access to it.
Bill Matthews sends the link to the file. Hey, I got something for you.
So you're speaking at a
Yeah, sure.
Funny trash story that will not die.
You're pretty funny with that, Jeff.
All right, we'll make a big deal out of it later. Then I should leave without it. Super duper.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
How much did you get? Hey, Bob. You know, the basketball. I don't remember.
Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for joining us. Nice to meet you. I see you have a rotary wheel on. Are you a guest of someone here? Forgive me for asking.
I had emailed you and talked to you and Pat. I actually work for the Rotary Foundation, but I live in Hoffman Estates.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, sorry, Stephanie. My sincere apologies. It's wonderful to see you for the first time. I just made the connection now. Thank you. There we go. That's all I needed.
You're welcome. I'm just freezing,
Well,
so I
welcome.
have multiple layers.
Yeah. Well, that is a really cool sweatshirt. I'll tell you what, though. I like rotary gear like that.
Yeah, it's comfy. It's my favorite.
We're going to get started in about 7 or so minutes. We'll gavel down here and get everything started, just so you know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Say hi to the people at home, Jim.
Hey, what's happening, guys? You get ready to get fined? I'm gonna find your butts today, right now. Oh, Daryl Moon, you're on. Yeah, hey,
He's
Daryl.
waving at you. There you go. You can
You
see
got a couple bucks in your
everyone.
pocket there for me, Daryl?
Guys online, we have Bill and Mimi here today. Maybe say hi to the people online at home. You can see them all waving to you up there.
Who's Daryl?
Yep, there you go.
Aloha.
Everyone online, we have the newest school board member of District 54, Ms.
Yeah,
Debbie
really.
Smith here. There
I don't
you
know
go.
if I deserve to be at this table.
Yeah, exactly, Bob. Yeah, I think you need to, yeah. Got Ernie Turnovitz here, everyone. Look at that. Say hi to everyone online. You can see him waving to you up there. Say hi to the people at home. There you go, say hi. Mr. Park is here. Hey, Terry Park. Mike, say hi to the people at home.
Oh, people at home.
Hello.
Just me?
I think everyone missed you. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Jeff, I have to talk to you after the meeting.
Terry, it's asking whether
Hey, Jack Lucas.
Hey, what are you doing?
Terry, what's your zip code?
Right, no relation to.
No relation.
I checked.
How's it going, Mr. Berg? Thank you for joining us today.
Yes. We'd like to glad to have you here today with us.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm just letting you have your social time without interfering.
Well, those some great looking guitars you got back behind you. I got to tell you, they do like Zoom room rates. I think you get an A for that. It's two great looking guitars, man. Going to get started in about 3 minutes, everyone. 3 minutes.
Okay, can you make sure I can share my screen can you make sure I can share my screen when I'm presenting so I could show?
No problem at all, Howard. If you want to go ahead and try right now to share your screen just as a tester before the meeting starts, now would probably be a great opportunity.
It'll work. I could see it already. It's working. It's good.
Oh, then good.
Yeah, I had a few clubs, they didn't do it, and I still do it, but it's more interesting when they can see the visuals and not just hear me talk.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm going to mute myself until you're ready to get me.
Wow, wow, wow. Right. Don't you have some power?
We paid them $10 for
Yeah, Gene?
Is your audio good up here? You just unmute.
Yeah.
Hey, Gene, I do have the buzz today.
Very good. Thank you, Bruce.
I've had a time conflict in the past weeks.
I
But
think
not
I
yet.
might know what it is.
Yeah, you might. But
How's everybody else?
We're doing good.
Pretty quiet
you?
group today.
Yeah, very quiet.
I'm
Maybe
good.
because most people are on mute.
Hi, Jody.
I'm thinking. I'll be on mute most of the time. I'm dog sitting Emily's dog, and he is a huge barker.
Uh-oh.
What
We
kind
may
of
have a
dog?
bark.
He's an adorable Labradoodle, but we have a lot of windows in our house, so he barks at everything. So I'm muting now. Bye.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, Ted, how was your vacation?
Yes, it wasn't.
does anyone know who the Fine Master is going to be today?
Oh, Nanette. Congratulations.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Eileen.
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 Who is it? Gene is Fine Master?
Jim Fabrini.
No, I am
Jim,
not.
I thought.
Jim Fabrini.
Jim Fabrini. He was asking us if we were ready to be
Got
fine.
it. I like that, Nanette. You signed, huh?
Yes, I do.
Oh, very cool.
All right, everyone, we're going to put you on mute.
Hello, everybody. I see the time is now 12.
My name is Wesley Crockett. Today is Friday, April 9th, 2021, the 38th meeting of this Rotary year. And just so you know, I checked myself. That is correct. It is the 38th meeting of our Rotary year, just so you know. Have a great meeting today. Mr. Howard Berg is going to be talking to us. Lots of good news, lots of club business to take care of today. So if you could please stand, Jim, write down a fine for yourself there for waiting. I appreciate that. And since you're already on the spot, would you mind leading us in the the Pledge of Allegiance? Find myself a fine. All right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Brian Berg, would you mind leading us in the four-way path in the way I interact with others?
Sure. First,
I will have the courage to tell the whole truth. I will be kind in the way I tell it. I will be fair and not seek selfish advantage. I will have an open heart and an open mind.
Yeah, Tom, it wasn't shared on that screen. I think you figured it out a little bit late. And if you don't mind, Mr. Jack Lucas, would you kindly lead us in an invocation?
Okay, we can bow our heads. Dear God, we give thanks for this day and for the guests that are with us. We ask a blessing on the Rotarians here and around the world and the projects that they're involved with. Bless this and this food to our use. We ask this in your name. Amen.
And I think it's time that we start out by introducing guests. And my goodness, are we lucky today that we have a number of guests joining us. And we'll start with the guests that we have in person right now. Everybody, if you don't mind, hello, everybody. All right. We have an honored guest here. Bill Landwehr, would you mind introducing your guest?
Yes, my darling wife of 51 years, Mimi.
Hi, Mimi. Sorry, I'm switching the camera, everyone. There's Mimi, everyone. Sorry for all of you at home who were just looking at my mug. Yeah, sorry about that. Around, we have any other guests in person? Yep, School Board President Debbie Schmidt, of course. Yep, a lot of District 54 here. It's wonderful to see. And Tom, do you go ahead and help me introduce any guests that we have online?
Sure. Looks like we've got Stephanie is here as a guest, I believe. Want to say hi?
Hey, guys.
Say hi. Oh, all right. And Howard Berg is, I believe, our speaker. And it looks like he's getting ready for the presentation coming up.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you, Howard, for being here. We're going to go into our breakout sessions really quick, but there's something I feel like we kind of all need to talk about. That this week our club has, all of us feel as though we've suffered a pretty significant loss this week. The loss of Jim McCullough and Bonnie McCullough's son. It is not the only loss that we have had this year and suffered as a club. There are many Rotarians who have had such a loss this year, and I don't feel as though any of them have been properly acknowledged from this podium. So it's with that that I'll ask everyone to join me in a brief moment of silence for those sons, daughters, family members of Rotarians who we've tragically lost this year. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. For those of you online and those of you who are joining us for the first time, what we typically do at this stage, and for those of you who are with us for the first time in a long time, we want to be able to do what we always do at Rotary, which is sit here and talk for a little bit with the people at our tables and fraternize for a little bit. We're going to do the same thing virtually online and put you at a table with a couple of other Rotarians or guests and let you have about 5 or 6 minutes of time to commiserate while we all enjoy ourselves here. Do the same. We're going to end the breakout sessions in about 6 minutes right now. We'll all come back and talk about some good news of the week. Tom, if you don't mind, please take it away. Thank you, everyone. Please enjoy your meal and the people at your tables for a couple minutes. Welcome back, everyone, from your breakout sessions. This is nice and lively. I tried to check in on a couple of you guys. Look like you're having a lot of fun in there. Jack Lucas was throwing a party. They're doing keg stands. It was crazy. All right. So it is time to do this new thing that I decided to do this year called the Good News of the Week. And I think I have a couple of really good, fun news stories for everyone this week. Tom, if you don't mind sharing, any order is okay with me. So first news story of the week. Now, can you imagine? You walk into a jeweler, with your last dime, you want to get your lady a ring so you can make her yours, and you're talking to the guy behind the jewelry counter trying to work out a financing deal. And who else overhears you but the 7'9" Shaquille O'Neal comes in and pays off your ring for you. No financing necessary. So Shaquille O'Neal overheard this guy working on a financing deal at a jeweler and went in and just bought the guy's ring for him eventually. So thought that was a pretty fun story of the week. Yep, excellent. Got another one, Tom. Go ahead, wherever you find it. So next one. So my wife tells me this is a big thing. I think, guys, we don't know about this, but apparently women's jeans have pockets that are unusable. They're completely not deep. You can't put anything in them. And a 7-year-old girl wrote to Old Navy to try and get them to make jeans with pockets, and they did, just for her, unfortunately. So good job to that intrepid little girl for getting Old Navy to change something. Hopefully it does for everyone's jeans coming up. And check your junk drawers, ladies and gentlemen. Can you imagine buying a Christmas present for your kid back in 1986 or 87, putting it in your drawer and forgetting about it? Well, a Super Mario Brothers original game came out, and worth a couple $1,000s, right? $660,000 it went for. Check your junk drawers, everyone. Check your junk drawers. So, some good news this week, absolutely, and one more good news story of the week, as we've already heard a couple of times. Our own Debbie Schmidt became a board member of the District 54 School Board. Congratulations, Debbie Schmidt. We represent in this club. Got the superintendent, we got board, it's absolutely incredible. So I think it's time to give away some happy dollars this week, and I hope that there are some happy people out there. For you people online, we're going to do some happy dollars in person first, then we're going to go online. It just facilitates and makes things a little bit easier. Holly, I'm going to go to you and just go ahead. Yep. Sorry, let me switch my camera around, Holly. Count to 5. All right, go ahead.
Okay, I spent a week in Florida visiting my friend Shannon O'Connor, who is the Buffalo Grove Rotary, and she gave me $5 to give today because Nancy Redmond hooked us up as friends. She said, I knew you guys would be friends, and we indeed have become very good friends. And so, happy dollar, $5 from Shannon.
Thank you.
We invited her to one of our socials from another Rotary Club, and she came, and Polly came by herself. They had a great time, so you never know.
I, too, can confirm Shannon is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Who else has happy dollars in person? Mr. Ernie Turnovitz.
I have 100 happy dollars.
Hey!
Happy to be back, and it's for the fines I've missed and the happy dollars I've missed for a year.
Thank you, Ernie. We're happy to have you. Your collector dropped it. Thank you, Ernie. All right, Mr. Bill Lander, go ahead. We'll go Debbie Schmidt.
It seems small, but I got a happy 10 because Mimi's here.
Hey! That's right. All right, Miss Debbie Schmidt. Perfect.
Happy dollars. And yes, thank you so much. I did not have to run for School District 54, so you didn't see lawn signs ordered by Jeff, ordered from Jeff and everything. But the amount of people that texted me and said, "Did I just vote for you?" was really brilliant. So I'm happy to serve. Remember, I learned a lot of my leadership lessons here in the club, so I'm really hoping that takes me far in the district. So thank you for your support.
Congrats, Debbie. I got the best. Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Jeff Miller.
Ask, where's the money coming from?
I will.
Because, if you go for the kids. I have $50.
All right, Jeff. Hey.
Because of all the skill that I used to take second place in the NCAA Last minute, Jim let me switch out the Vince ticket that I bought for Vince for mine. Worked out for me.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it, my friend. All right. Anybody else in person got any happy dollars to give? Because I definitely do. Then we'll go to the people online. I am feeling incredibly lucky this week. First of all, it's the Masters week. How awesome is that? And I, as president, get 2 Masters in the same presidency, which is really fun. Also, I learned this week that my sister is moving back to Chicago. I get my sister back. I am really, really, really happy about that. And I had one more thing that I was happy about as well. But that's it. That's all I can think about right now. So, Tom, if you don't mind helping me go to people online, if there are some happy dollars to give for our club.
Sure thing. So, anybody online? John Silky? You got nobody online, and all of a sudden, I guess
They all know they're getting fined.
Hold on a second.
I think we're waiting to be called on.
Hold on. We may have lost signal for a second. Hold on.
We hear you.
Okay, go ahead. Who wants to go first?
Hey, I have 10 happy dollars. I am in Playa Vista visiting my son Scott, just having an absolutely wonderful time, beautiful weather. And I'll be out here for 10 days. So it's a perfect 10 for 10. There you go.
All right. Thank you, John.
Anyone else online?
I have 10 happy dollars. My son is a senior, turned 18 yesterday, going to graduate in about 5-6 weeks. But Brian Townsend helped him interview people at the Village of Schaumburg via Zoom for his civics engagement program. So he got to interact with municipality workers and the village manager, and then also they gave it to a couple others. So he's going to have quite the report when he turns it in. So our connections work.
Very nice. Anyone else? Associates.
Sorry. So I have 10 happy dollars because on Monday, I was the proud recipient on behalf of the Armenian community to receive a proclamation from Hoffman Estates recognizing the Armenian genocide.
That's awesome.
Does anybody dare to want to go next? Okay.
Darryl was brave enough to follow that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put $5 in the kitty. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thank you, Darryl. So, gonna move into club business and announcements. Sorry for being underwater there.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
That's all good. So, does anybody have any club business or announcements to come up? Oh, Eileen's got something. Go ahead, Eileen.
Actually, I have 2 announcements. Hi, everybody. First of all, as you can imagine, our garden cleanup is in a state of, let's say, fluidity. Saturday, it's supposed to rain 100% when we were going to be there. So I'm trying to move it to maybe Monday evening, like from 5:30 to whenever, if people can join us. Because after that, it's getting colder and it gets really nasty in the garden with the wind when it gets cold. So Monday from 5:30 on. And if you can come earlier, I'll try to be there earlier. If you can put in a half hour, an hour, it's just getting debris out from the winter vegetation debris. And also on the email that I sent out on Sarah's behalf for the Earth Day. Thank you very much, Tom. Recycling event. I have sent it out to several of our organizations, but I'm asking each and every one of you, please send this flyer out to everybody you know. put it on your Facebook, send it to businesses, send it to your church. We want this to be a big success. It helps create jobs for folks that otherwise may have difficulty finding employment, and it gets electronics safely disposed of. So we need your help getting this out. I have sent it to Trickster and the CAC and the PLC, and I'll get it out to a few other organizations. But if you belong to other organizations, or you can get it out to your HOA, I even did it to my homeowners association. So we need your help to distribute this, and that will make this a success. We pay to have this done, so we are sponsoring this. So it's a big deal, and it's being done on Earth Day as an Earth Day event. So help us save the planet and get rid of your clutter at the same time. Thank you.
We're going to go Vince has an announcement, and then we'll go Jim Fabrini.
April 30th, I want everybody to try and remember that date. That's going to be kind of an important date in the club. We have 3 things going on that day. It's going to be sort of a club assembly meeting. We have, we're going to vote on increasing project selection by $18,400. So we need foundation membership approval for that. We're going to elect the 2 new officers that are serving on the foundation board. Jim Fabrini and Jody Benjamin have been nominated to Jody to remain on the foundation board, Jim to become a new member on the foundation board. And then the last thing is we are going to vote on our projects. So we're going to approve the money that we're going to give away to our project selection. So that's April 30th. Who's ever doing the buzz, please make sure you get all this information in the buzz so we have proper notification, and try and get as many people here as possible on April 30th. Thanks very much.
Okay, thankfully the NCAA tournament is over, and I just want to announce the winners, and I also want to say thank you to everyone who attend or was get involved in our NCAA tournament this year. But first of all, I want to just say that Bruce Stopke and Gary Anderson won $300 each. I guess, did you guys know that? I hope you did. Jeff Miller came in second place with $500. And that's Jeff Miller / Vince. So I'm not sure how you're going to break that up, because I think it was his money or his luck that won this time. And then also Mike Scheringhausen, who was a former member of the club. He was the grand prize winner for $1,000. Congratulations.
Who's the real winner?
Yeah, and the real winner is Rotary. We netted about $4,300. So thanks again.
Thank you. And thank you to Jim Fabrini for that. Thank you. That is absolutely awesome. More club business. So we talked about the NCAA bracket. We talked about project selection. Ryla has a golf outing coming up. Far be it for me to not mention that. So Sean Nelson, who is the big chair for Ryla, is putting on a golf tournament, or golf outing, which will help fund Ryla in the fall this year is what we're looking for. We will disseminate this information to the club at a different time.
I had it.
Tom's trying very hard to get it up on the screen.
We should.
Yeah, if everyone wants to get a team together, I think that would be a whole heck of a lot of fun. Next thing I had on the list is, so for those of you who are joining us online, and Tom, if you could put us on speaker or stage view, if you don't mind. Can I ask a question of everyone here in person? If you don't feel comfortable answering this question, it's okay. Have you had at least one vaccine? Please raise your hand if that's the case. As I look around this room, I see what appears to be 80+% of our club has had at least one vaccine. What I mean to say by this, and you put your hands down, thank you guys for doing that, is that our club meetings are such that there's so many people vaccinated here. I almost don't think that you could encounter a group of people with this amount of vaccine in them anywhere in public. So for those of you who have been not meeting in person because of the rate of vaccination. I know during the survey, a lot of people said that you wouldn't want to come back until the majority of people are vaccinated. Well, strong majority of the people in this club have been. So for those of you for whom it was a impediment to you coming in, please know that we'd love to have you back, and it's a safe place to be. We have now done, I want to say, 22, 23 in-person meetings this year with a flawless safety record that we intend to continue. So thank you to everyone for that. Tom Ghosh, it is time for the Queen of Diamonds. You ready for that, or did I just throw it to you too quickly?
All good. All good. All right. So let us go through the whole process here. And hold on a second. Forget that you gotta share motion and video, and then that, and then do that. Ooh, look how pretty. I am going to shuffle. Look how sexy that looks. And then we are going to spin. Here we go. There you go. All right. He's got a better knife, I bet.
I think it is.
All right, Gail. Number 4.
That's easy.
That's easy to say.
Pick number 4, Gail.
All right, here we go.
Why'd you pick number 4? All right, there we go. Good answer.
Yeah, the last time I picked number 4,
I like it.
All right, let's see if I can do this without too much damage. Last week I feel like I went too deep. This time I might not have gone deep enough. Ooh, 5 of clubs. Absolutely nowhere near anything that will win. 5 of clubs.
Thanks for playing, everyone.
It is now time for our Sage Fine Master, Mr. Jim Fabrini, everyone.
Thank you, Wes. As you know, today is, or when I'm Fun Frolic, I always tell you that it's the opposite of the 4-way test. I don't have to tell the truth. It's not usually fair to all concerned, so forth and so forth. All fines are $2 unless I say differently. And I would like to have, let's see, I'll have Roger stand up and collect the money if anyone wants to pay cash, okay? So first of all, I'm going to fine Vince because, Vince, you rejected me on the NCAA pool too many times, and now your team is a winner, and I'm going to see you wrestle with Jeff Miller for trying to get that money out of him. Good luck.
You want this, Jack Vince? Are we taking bets on that wrestling match? I would watch that.
Okay. Also, I'm not the CDC, but I think that a table of 5, where there's supposed to only be a table of 4, I don't know. So I'm getting that whole table there for $2. All right. I don't think you care. I think you care about losing $2. I know that. And thanks for speaking up, Ed, because last week I said to you that I was snowboarding 2 weeks ago, and that I tried skiing for the first time in probably close to 30 years, and I ripped it up. Like, I was really proud of myself. And then I said to you online that I was going to race you down to the bottom of Avanti. And then you said to me, it didn't go so well for Bob Steinberg when I did that. So for comparing me to Bob Steinberg, that's $2 at least, and I should probably get you for 10 for that. Now, I don't know if you guys read the buzz last week. I'm sorry, Ed, I didn't hear what you said. Say it again.
Why don't we set it up for next year? We put 100 up and we'll donate the proceeds to the foundation.
I love it. That's a great idea. Okay, so yeah, so Ed wants me to put $100 up. Anyone to the first, between Ed and I, the first one at the bottom has to, or the second one at the bottom has to pay the $100, and it goes for the kids, right? It's for the kids, yeah.
Race to the bottom. Yep.
Race to the bottom of Avante, right? Yeah, it's okay. Whatever mountain I want. Okay, I don't know if you guys read the buzz from last week, but I did. And Ted Gross, if you can just single Ted Gross out for me here. Ted, correct me if I'm wrong, but you used the words stuck, canal, and toilet paper all in the same sentence.
That's correct.
I'm sorry, Ted, that's a $2 fine right there. And then also another $2 fine for selling toilet paper to the highest bidder. I'm not sure that that's fair to all of us. So. Yeah. Okay. Debbie Schmidt. Debbie. I actually didn't know it was you that I was voting for. I thought it was the other Debbie Schmidt. And so that's going to give you a $2 fine for not even telling us you were running for something. That's crazy, isn't it? How many people vote that run for something don't even tell people, I'm going to run for something?
Still get elected.
But don't tell anybody I'm running. Okay? Don't do that.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I just win. He's a winner.
Okay. Hey, Stephanie, online. Stephanie, I'm sorry to single you out. Not really. I'm sorry to single you out, but I know that Pat is trying to bring you into the club, and she's courting you to be a member of our club. But it's my understanding that you work for Rotary International, RI. Is that right?
I do.
You can unmute yourself.
Oh, she can hear you. Go ahead. It's hard to do it backward.
You can't do back. I can't go back and forth.
Well, that's no fun. I do work for
And how long have you worked for them?
I've worked for the Rotary Foundation for almost 5 years.
5 years. Okay, so find guests, right? We don't find guests, do we? Not as a rule, but I think we're going to make an exception because where the hell have you been? You live right here, don't you? Don't you live right in Schaumburg or Hoffman Estates?
I do.
I mean, sounds like you're kind of a shoo-in for this. So let's get back in. All right.
Anyway, welcome, Stephanie.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
Yeah, thanks.
$2 fine. Glenn Garlick.
He's online anymore.
No, he was not, huh? Okay, that's too bad. I had a nice one for him. Okay, so Nancy, I wasn't going to fine you, and you really deserve not to be fined for all the things that you do for Rotary. But you know, I want a friend. I want a new friend. How come I can't? Why don't you introduce me to some new people? Was that, what? I mean, Holly's better than me, right? So I'm going to suggest that anyone like Wesley and you that I have to find myself on fining day, that's grounds for making you to find someone else, and that's you. So $2 for both of you guys right here.
All right.
So what's the deal with the friend? Can I get a new friend? Okay. Will you introduce me to somebody? Because that's what I'm looking for.
You said it's not enough for you?
Ouch. I do need more. You're right.
I thought you might start with it's not that easy.
Ernie Turnovitz, that was really gracious of you. $100 for all the fines you've missed, but you missed $5 for that I'm fining you today. So make it 105, okay?
Oh!
A fine's a fine. I mean, you can boo all you want. I don't care. I really don't care. This is the Ed Haig of Fine Masters. I don't care.
Now we know why he doesn't have any friends.
I'll take that for $2. Mimi, we also have a rule, Mimi, that we don't find guests. Of course, you know that, but I do make exceptions for anyone who has visited. I think the last time you were here was a year ago, right? Almost a year. So if you made it like one more week, if you'd made it last week, I wouldn't have fined you. But because you're here this week, we're giving you a $2 fine. So don't you worry, Bill will pay that. Jeff, one more fine for you. You said that all the skill involved. You were the same guy that survived an airplane crash. Aren't you the same guy? Was there skill involved in that too? I thought so. Okay, so $2 for that one. Okay, so the NCAA just wrapped up this week, and Oral Roberts University was a Cinderella story. They won, I think, 3 games. Nancy, can I get your attention there? Sir, can I get your attention over here? I think Nancy needs you. Miguel, thank you. Okay, so Oral Roberts was a university. Can anyone tell me what state they're in? Raise your hand if you know where Oral Roberts University is. Okay, you can guess, but you go ahead. Where? Oklahoma is correct. Now, can anyone tell me what? So everyone else, it was $2 fine if you didn't know. So it's on your own. And then, can you tell me what Oral Roberts' first name was? His real first name. No? You don't know it? Nobody knows? It was. It was. It was on here somewhere. Grandville, which makes sense, right? Okay, if you didn't know that one, also $2 fine. Have a great week, and we're done.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you as always. That was fun. I can't. Oral Roberts, that's a good one. Had no idea it was in Oklahoma. Jeff, how'd you know that was in Oklahoma? He just knows a lot of stuff. Jeff Miller says he just knows a lot of stuff. So it is time for us to introduce our speaker this week. Joining us is Mr. Howard Berg, no relation, of course, to our Brian Berg, and we thank you, Mr. Berg, for joining us. Mr. Berg, take it away. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. First start, I'm also a Rotarian. I'm the president-elect of my club, and I'm the program chair. If any of you would like to talk at my club, go to Howard Rotary, and it's an automated link, and we'd love to see you. So with that, let me share my screen. Let me find screen one. There it is. Can you see my slides okay? Can you let me know if you see?
Yep, we got you.
Okay, just making sure. Sometimes they don't see him. I'm talking for 20 minutes and nobody sees anything. Okay, thank you. Okay, well, let's get started. Would you agree the best learning comes from learning from the best? So if Bill Gates would teach you business, that would be good. If you like basketball, if Michael Jordan show you throw the ball, or my friend Peyton Manning show you throw a football. Well, Bill, Michael, and Peyton couldn't make it today. But I'm their equivalent in the niche of learning. I've had students as young as 11 going to college in my program. I trained the Royal Thai Army and in Bangkok and the U.S. Special Forces at Fort Bragg right before COVID, and I do a lot of work with Fortune 500 companies. So get ready for a life-changing experience. Would you like to learn fast? Say yes. Okay. Would you like
Yes.
I'm going to assume you said yes. Would you like to become more productive? Say yes. And finally, would you like to have more time to do the things you love? Because that's what I'm going to teach you. 5 skills. Oh, okay. Someone's saying yes. You're going to learn how to read faster, how to comprehend better, how to remember, little math magic and EQ skills. We'll make it fun. Take notes. Everything I'm showing you, you can use in business to make more money. You can use as you're getting older to stay mentally fit. Your kids can use in school. There's a 50% dropout rate in 4-year college and 70% in 2-year college. Most people now take 6 years to do 4-year degrees. Most of my students were doing it in 2 to 3. Make it quick. This is one of the students. This is a picture of Micah right after he passed the bar in California at 19. Is that a fluke? His brother's 22. He's a flight instructor, attorney, and pilot for Southwest. His 15-year-old sister's in her first year of law school. She'll be the youngest graduate and passing the bar in California. And the second youngest is his 17-year-old brother in his second year of law school. All using what I'm teaching you today. I'm just going to give you a little background on me, and then I'll go into the skills. I used to struggle with books and magazines and mail like everyone else. But I grew up in Brooklyn in a really bad part in the projects. A lot of gangs. I found the safest place was the library. Gang kids would rather be dead than caught in a library, so I read a lot. So I ended up with college reading when I was 11. I went to the State University of New York, Binghamton when I was 17 to major in biology. In the second half of my junior year, I decided I also wanted to major in psychology. The dean said, you can't. You have 1 year left. You have to do the whole 4-year program in 1 year, plus finish the bio program, and I was working 3 jobs. And that's when I realized they never taught me how to learn in school. Told me what to learn and why to learn and what would happen when I didn't learn. And not why you remember all the words to a song when you hear it once on the radio. And you read the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. The next day, you don't know any habits. Well, I ended up getting up to 80 pages a minute, which got me in Guinness. I did the psych program in 1 year. I took the graduate record exam in bio. I read 48 books in 3 nights, like biochemistry, cell physiology, plant systematics, and genetics. I got 3 questions wrong, so I got an 800. I was in the 99th percentile in the world. And I wondered if it was me or the system, so I taught this to kids 11 to 15. And they did 30-chapter book in Lifelong Developmental Psych, which is a sophomore college course. The oldest student was 15. And they all passed the college course in 1 week. 15 out of 18 got full credit on an AP test. Did $65 million sales with Nightingale Conant on my program. I didn't get 65 million. That would have been even better. But it was the top-selling self-help program of all time. Double-blind, tested it. Everyone doubled or quadrupled. And I've been on about 2,000 shows. One of my favorite was I helped to launch Comedy Central in the late 80s with Dennis Leary. And I was Jon Stewart's first guest. You don't see too many biologists asked to do comedy. And I thought I'd show you why. Mushroom walks in a bar. Bartender says, get out. We don't serve your kind. Mushroom said, why not? I'm a fun guy. And that's why we don't get to do comedy. And last, that's who Justin Timberlake and Peyton Manning and Amy Sedaris.
Everyone here laughed, just so you know, Howard.
Okay, thank you. And that's me reading the healthcare bill on Cavuto. That's how fast I read. It was 1,500 pages. I read it in 50 minutes and did an analysis. And everything I predicted happened. So while you're reading this and watching this, think how it can help you make more money, help your kids in school, and stay mentally fit as you get older. First problem is information overload. More is printed in a week than all human history through the year 1800. Every 6 months, information doubles. You only read about 200 words a minute. It's all online. So you're drowning in the data. Let me show you how to read faster so you can stay on top. When you go home, pick a book you've read, preferably nonfiction. So the only thing that could confuse you is your speed, not the book. And for 1 minute, read normal with a timer. See how far you get. And take a pencil and mark off where you finished so you have a measurement of your current reading rate. Go to the second chapter and move your hand across one line at a time with your eyes following your hand as fast as you could comprehend. So as long as you know what you read, go quicker and quicker and quicker till you don't. And that's when you know you went too fast. And slow down just enough so the comprehension comes back. And for 5 minutes, go across and not down the middle as fast as you can comprehend and no faster. And go back to the first chapter where you tested yourself and read for 1 minute with your hand as fast as you could comprehend. And you'll go 20 to 40% faster past the mark that you initially put in your book. It's that easy to get started. This is Stephen graduating college at 16 with a 4.0, and he majored in economics. He went for his master's in math at OU at 18, graduated at 19 with 397 GPA. Very upset. He got 1B in his last course. He said, what do I tell my mother? I never got a B. He said, Stephen, you graduated at 16 with a 4.0. You graduated with a master's in math at 19 with a 397. I think she'll keep you. And she did. It was a happy ending. She kept him, but she made him promise never to get another B. Stephen is now a professor at Yale in his mid-20s. Very proud of what he did. Obviously, a very bright young man, but I showed him how to leverage his intelligence. Would you agree comprehension is more important than speed? No one really wants to read faster. I don't even want to read faster. I like learning fast. That's a different animal altogether. Speed reading was terrible for learning. Back when MSNBC first launched, I was on with Dick Cavett. We got to be friends and we chatted after the show, and he told me a story how he interviewed Woody Allen, who took Evelyn Woods and read War and Peace in 5 minutes. Dick said, "That's incredible. What do you remember?" Woody said, "It's about the Russian Revolution." That's all I remember. And that was speed reading. It's a bio book. It's a math book. It's a history book. You didn't learn anything. Well, I needed to learn 6 science courses at the same time, so I really couldn't learn light. I had to learn in depth. And so I revised how it's done. The guy who owned Evelyn Woods hired me to teach his son my system. Said I went past speed reading, speed learning. Let me show you one of the key elements. As I said, I majored in psychobiology, and I took graduate courses in how to teach reading. And one of the key elements on how the brain interprets text is called schema. I'm going to demonstrate how that works now. This passage has no schema. So even though the words are simple, it's very hard to interpret. Let's read it together. This is an easy thing to do. Many people are able to do this at an early age. Be careful not to rush. You may have a serious problem, and it makes very little sense. There's no schema. The next slide is the same text with a title. 2 words that have schema. Watch how instantly it makes total sense. Bike riding. This is an easy thing to do. Many people are able to do this at an early age. Careful not to rush. You may have a serious problem. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm teaching people how to use psychology along with mechanics. Most programs, it's just those hand motions. It didn't work very well for learning. But by using psychology, you're able to slow down and learn new things, speed up when you need to. In the past, it was all or nothing. Fast, always or never. And you can't learn when you're reading too fast. It's something you don't know. So what I did is I combined the mechanics with the psychology of how the brain reads, with brain-based study skills, emotional intelligence skills. And that's how I was getting kids at 11 into college. Before we taught them any curriculum, we taught them how to think, how to learn, how to study, how to remember. So they were able to do college classes at 11 because they knew how to do work at a higher level than they normally would in a normal school. But I'm teaching this in Oklahoma to teachers in Whitebead, which is a tiny town in Oklahoma, and they were rated in the top public high schools in the country. They only have a small group of people, but they're using the system so the U.S. Department of Education gives a reward to top tier schools. What are you doing in your businesses to make it easy for people to understand you? Make sure you use schema properly. Use words they know, not words you know. So you're building rapport and not confusing people with your language patterns. How can you use this? You can increase your study time, do more in less time, increase productivity, read in nights, what took weeks, ultimately make more money. Now, I've read about 30,000 books, so if I was an idiot, I'd be well informed. And personally, I don't like reading. I do love learning. About 15 years ago, I was lecturing on cruise ships. My wife wanted to go to Hawaii and had a really great cruise. They didn't want speed reading, but I really wanted to go. She really wanted to go. So I said, what do they want? They said they want photography, video, and Photoshop. Well, I wanted to go. I said, I teach that. I didn't teach any of that, but I know I learn 80 times faster than normal. And the rule is if you read 10 books and you learn it, you're an expert. That's why you take 8 to 10 classes in a major in college. So I read 10 books on Photoshop in 3 hours. The next day, 10 books on photography in 3 hours. And the next day, 10 books on video in 3 hours. And I was hoping the people in my class didn't know what a camera was. That would have been my perfect class. You mean they don't use film? That was what I was looking for. First guy walks in, he's a photographer, professional photographer, 38 years. He wants me to teach him how to take pictures. The second guy comes in, he's doing Photoshop for 5 years, wants me to teach him Photoshop. My wife's crying in the front row because they said if I didn't do it, they'd throw us off the boat. Not in the water, but when we got to shore. At the end of the week, they're like, how many years did you study to learn all that? I could say I learned it last week in 3 hours. I wanted a free trip to Hawaii. To me, that's the win. Elon Musk reads 2 books a day. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, Jack Ma, they all read 50 books a year. Look at their financials. It's not about reading. It's about being able to use information and make yourself more successful in a knowledge-based economy. Reading is a tool. It's not a goal. Justin was a C student, normal kid, C student, nothing special, 11 years old, nothing outstanding, taught him the system, graduated high school at 15, got his associates at 17, bachelor's at 19, master's in English at 21. He's an English professor at 22. So he's C student at 11, English professor at 22, not at Yale. He was at Tarrant Community College. Stephen was a genius. Justin was a normal kid. This is why I'm doing this. Imagine if we had 10 million kids in this country doing what these 2 young people did, how much more we could accomplish in solving big problems. This is the most important skill of all, emotional intelligence. So I'm going to demonstrate that now. And let me see if I could stop my screen share somehow. I'm not sure how. Let's see. All right, I'll just keep going. Oh, there it is.
Howard, if you scroll, if you take your mouse.
There it is. I found it. There it goes. So this is what I was teaching the special forces. They're very well trained, but unfortunately, sometimes they're up 3-4 days in a row. And if they don't get enough sleep, they don't remember what they learned, they could die. You have a bad day, you go home late. You have a bad day, don't go home. And this is what I taught them. I'm going to teach it to you. Emotional intelligence skills. How to wake up when you're in a long meeting, or we're going to classes after work, or driving in traffic, which I know there's a lot of where you are. I've been to Schaumburg. I did some programs near McDonald's headquarters there. So that's Hoffman Estates. Okay, so I want you to remember the left brain controls the right brain controls the left. So do this with me. Take your left hand, touch your right shoulder, do it. Right hand, touch your left, alternating. So it's the Macarena without music, but it's also a brain massage. We're going to do the same thing. Now, ideally, you're standing, but because we're all in sweatpants, we'll do this later standing. For now, we can sit. Take your left hand, touch your right knee. Take your right hand, touch your left knee. If you're standing, your knee's going to move with your hand. So both sides of your brain are doing something. Grab your thumb like I am in my hand and say this like you mean it. I feel great. Yes. With passion. If you go, I feel great. That's what your brain remembers. That's doing nothing. We're going to do 3 sets of these. When you're done, I'm going to show you to use it to wake up instantly. Maybe you have a kid taking an SAT and they need extra energy, or you're working overtime, you can't drink coffee. This will help you wake up. I'm going to do the shoulder taps at my speed, starting with the left to right. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How do you feel? Great.
I feel great.
Feel great. Yes. This time a little faster. Shoulder taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How do you feel? I feel great. Yes. This time as fast as you can go. If you're standing later, get away from the table so you don't bash your knees. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How do you feel? I feel great. Yes. Feel great. Smile. You know what happens when you do this 3 times? Nothing. Now you probably would like something. So let me show you that works. This is our rotary bell. Yeah, that's I'm the president. So remember Pavlov, rang a bell, fed a dog, rang a bell, fed a dog, rang a bell, the dog drew. You don't want to drool, you do want to feel great. This is your bell. I feel great, yes. You stimulate the left brain, the right brain, both together, went quicker and quicker. Every time you felt better, you went, I feel great, yes. The latest studies show habits take 90 days. So you do this 90 days. Now you're in an important meeting or in a classroom. Don't stand up and tap your shoulders. They'll throw you out of the room. Grab your thumb and say to yourself, I feel great, yes. And your brain goes right back in the state you were just in. And that's what I was teaching these young people to wake up when they're awake for 3-4 days. Or sometimes you need to relax. Imagine I teach driving, I know. But I tell you, ready for your road test. Call me up and say, I failed. Why'd you fail? I got nervous. It was a test. Test anxieties and emotional intelligence problem. What if I didn't just teach you how to drive, but how to stay calm taking the test? How many more successful graduates would I have? And referrals and happy students. That's emotional intelligence. So it's a very, very important skill. And in business, let me find my slide. There it goes. What are you doing to help people that you work with, that you're giving information to? What are you doing to help them stay in the state they need? And what are you doing to help get rid of the states that get in the way? And you could use this to increase your productivity, reduce stress, empower others for success. Now, the next skill is math. Right now, we have a big problem in our country with math. 28% of high school seniors can't read at the 8th grade level, and 38% can't count. We're talking fractions, decimals, percentages in 12th grade when they're doing calculus in 6th and 7th grade in Europe. This is a big issue. By the way, 90% of our high school graduates can't write a paragraph. Different problems. Let me show you how to do speed math. Here's a problem. 103 times 107. You should have the answer right now. No calculator in your head. And yes, it's that simple. First, how much bigger than 100 is 103? 3. How much bigger than 100 is 107? 7. So write the 3 and the 7 next to the original numbers. 3 times 7 is 21. Multiply the two differences. That's the hard step. Now the easy step. Add diagonally. 103 plus 7 is 110. 107 plus 3 is 110. Notice it's the same. Always pick the easy way to add because it's the same. Write it down. 103 times 107 is 11,021. 110, 21. How much math did you just do? I used this as a teacher for 10 years in New York. When kids tell me they can't do, somebody's got to mute their mic. It's producing some background noise. When kids tell me they can't do math, it's an EQ problem. And I have them do this. I say, look, you just did math. You can't tell me you can't do it because you're doing it. And the problem goes away. By the way, this is great in business. If you're a banker, financial planner, an accountant, anyone working with numbers, imagine, or a realtor, imagine you're working with a client or prospect and you did the numbers in your head on what the interest will be on a new house. And it's done in your head like I just did instantly. What's the chances the people look at you and say, oh my God, we didn't work with that person. They're a genius. If you watch the news, does anyone think our number one problem is too many smart people? I haven't heard anyone say that's what's going on right now in our country. If you actually find someone who can think and knows what they're doing, that's a keeper. So this is a great way to build rapport, increase your own efficiency, and I think it's fun because it's like a magic trick. The last skill I have is memory, and then I have a big gift for your club. I'm going to show you how to remember. Before I do, I'm going to give you 10 things, and you won't know how because I'm not going to show you how at the beginning. See how well you do without a system. You want to remember pole, shoes, tricycle, car, glove, gun, dice, gate, cat, and bowling pins. Is it safe to say you don't know 10 things right now, backwards and forwards? I'm going to assume the answer is yes. Well, I'm going to show you a shortcut for memory. There's many, but this is one you can use. By the way, this is not just an exercise. It's a tool. And you'll learn better if you say and do when I ask you. You remember 10% of what you read and 90% of what you say and do. The Greeks discovered this shortcut thousands of years ago. Take a list you know, link it to the list you're learning. The list you know is hanging in your memory, like a hanger in a closet. And what do you do with a hanger? You hang things on it. And I'm going to bet if you're in Rotary, you can count to 10. I feel confident making that prediction. And we're going to use those 10 numbers to learn those 10 objects super fast backwards and forwards with no effort. And then I'll show you how to use this at work and school. The number 1 looks like a pole, like the flag pole. When I say 1, you say pole. Ready? 1. Pole. 2 is shoes. How many shoes do you wear? 2.
2.
What's 2? Shoes. What was 1? Pole. Remember, say and do. You want to learn this. This is not an exercise. It's a tool. 3 is a tricycle. How many wheels are on a tricycle? 3. So when I say 3, say tricycle. 3.
Tricycle.
2.
Shoes.
1.
Pole.
Perfect. Getting smarter. 4 is a car. How many tires are on a car?
4.
What's 4?
Car.
Jump to 2.
Shoes.
1.
Pole.
3.
Tricycle.
Perfect. 5 is a glove. How many fingers go in a glove?
4.
5. So what's 5? Glove. What's 3?
Tricycle.
Tricycle.
And 1.
Pole.
Pole.
Perfect. I used to live in Texas. They love guns. 6 guns. Cowboys. 6 gun. What's 6?
Gun.
Gun. 4.
Car.
Car. 2.
Shoes.
Shoes. You're almost done. 7 is lucky and dice. At least on the first throw. 7 is dice. What's 7?
Nice.
Dice.
What was 5? I'm giving you a clue.
12.
Glove. 3.
Tricycle.
1.
Pole.
Pole.
Perfect. Rhymes work. Say 8 skate.
8. Skate.
What's 8?
Skate.
What was 6? What did they love in Texas?
Guns.
Guns. 4.
Car.
2.
Shoes.
Only 2 more. 9. Cat. How many lives does a cat have? 9. What's 9?
Cat.
Cat.
7 was lucky in which game?
Dice.
Craps.
5.
Glove.
3.
Glove. Tricycle.
1.
Pole.
Pole.
Last one. 10 bowling pins in a lane. 10 bowling pins. What's 10?
Bowling pins.
Bowling pins.
Let's see how well you remember your list now. What's 1?
Pole.
Pole.
What was 2?
Shoes.
Shoes.
What was 3?
Tricycle.
Tricycle.
What was 4?
Car.
Car.
What was 5?
Glove.
Glove. 6. What did they love in Texas?
6 guns.
Gun. 7's lucky in.
Dice.
8 rhymes with.
Skate.
Skate.
9 is a
Cat.
cat. And 10.
Bowling pins.
And how does it make you feel?
Great.
It when you feel great, do it. It's stronger. It strengthens it. You just learned pegging, and here's what you use it for. You can learn numbers super fast. Imagine you're in a room in a hotel, 314. By the time you go to the lobby, you forgot what room you're in. I turn numbers into pictures. By the way, the 0 is the 10 bowling pins. 3 is a tricycle. 1 is a pole. And 4 is a car. So picture this. A tricycle hits a pole on a car. Picture that. A tricycle hits a pole on a car. Tricycle, what number?
3.
Hits a pole.
1.
1.
On a car.
4.
4.
That's your hotel. Now, if you're in school, 314 is pi, that you use for measuring a circle. So I teach it to kids for science and math and history dates. In business, it's for percentages, due dates, numbers and phones, or even room numbers. So now you know how to speed learn numbers. What are you doing in your businesses and your teaching to make it easy to remember what you tell people? How many times have you told people something, someone told you, by the time you got home, you didn't remember? It's happening with you too. Instead of just telling people what they need to know, teach them how to remember it when they need to know it. They'll have much better performance. And how do you use this? You learn names, facts, numbers, and languages. Like Brad, he finished 4-year college in 6 months. How is that possible? He went to Thomas Edison, which is Rutgers online program. They let you clep out and take AP tests for 90%. So he took 5 AP tests a week, super smart, went online class, graduated in 6 months, became a missionary, learned Chinese in 3 weeks, sold his company when he was 40 for $38 million. So when he asked me what was his point, he sold his company for $38 million using what I taught him. Did you learn something useful?
Yes.
Yes.
I got a gift. This is for your club. Most clubs have either RILA, Rotaract, Interact, Rotaract, or Scholarship. I have a reading, writing, memory, and math program. I'm going to give it to your club as a gift for your RILA, Rotaract, Interact kids. Let me find the chat box. Here it is. I'm going to give you my email for your president. When you email me, I'll send you a link. And you have all those programs for a year for all your Rotary sponsored students at no cost. This is my cell phone if they need help. And if you'd like to sponsor a school, go to burblearning.com. I'm putting it in the chat box. /Rotary and use the coupon Rotary. Trying to help more kids. I was a teacher for 10 years. The program online is $1,500. Obviously, that's how I'm going to do. I'm trying to help kids, not make money. I charge $197 for the $1,500 program. You get everything for life. Give it to your kids, grandkids, nieces, your nephews. Share it. Give them my cell phone. I'll help them for free. Then give me the name of the school, the person to reach, their phone and email, and I'll donate my reading program to an intermediate or high school, or my memory program to an elementary school for a year and no cost. Schools are in trouble. They don't have money, and the kids are struggling, and I'm trying to help more kids. I have to pay people, so I use the money to pay the people who work for me. They're not Rotary people, and then I donate. When you get the program for you to help your family and your business, I donate it to the school of your choice for a year to help them at no cost. And if they want me to do a free class for an hour, I'd be happy to volunteer. I'm teaching teachers all over the country. That I charge for, but I'm doing free online classes for kids to help them learn. And if anyone was interested in having me, you have my email in the chat box and my phone number, and I'm happy to donate an hour time to a kid. If you, at the end of this, we're all getting our shots in the fall, when most people have been inoculated. If you'd like me to come to Schaumburg and do a 4-hour class as a fundraiser, a little reading program for your Rotary Club to help raise money in Schaumburg and help the people there learn how to learn this better, I'd love to come out there and not just do it on Zoom. That's something I hope you'll consider. I'm grateful we can do these meetings now, but in the fall, I'm hoping I've had my shots, and I know a lot of people should have them by the fall. And I hope you'll consider having me come out there, and we'll do something nice for the community. And in the meantime, you have my website. Make sure you put /Rotary and the coupon so you don't pay $1,500. And if you make a mistake, call me, I'll fix it. But I don't want you paying me that kind of money. I'm trying to help kids. And please email me, the president, to the email address. I'll send you a link. There's no charge for that. And if you know of any other clubs that would like a speaker in your district, please let them know. I'm trying to help more kids. I'm a grandparent. I'm looking at the COVID crisis, the global warming, the exploding deficit. I think we have to do more with kids than give them problems. We should make them smart enough to fix them, like Steven and Justin. And that's what I'm trying to do. I can't do this myself. That's why I'm in Rotary. I know a lot of you join Rotary to help people, and I don't take money from Rotary. Rotary money's for polio and water projects. I'm trying to help as many young people as I can. I donate as much as I can as well at no charge. But if there's a way to help the kids in your community, I'm happy to help. Any questions? I'll be happy to answer them.
Mr. Howard Berg, everyone.
Thank you. Any questions? I'd be happy to answer.
Mr. Berg, that is incredibly generous for you to offer to our club and to the students in our district. It's very kind, and we certainly do hope to see you around in the fall once everyone here is vaccinated. And we thank you so much for coming here and entertaining our club today. It was pretty fabulous. So thank you very much, Mr. Berg. Appreciate it. If I could ask everyone to please rise. Miss Debbie Schmidt, would you mind leading us in the four-way test of the things we think, say, and do? Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Just like every week, remind everyone that Rotary opens opportunities. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Mr. Berg. Great, great speech. Your club is going to be very lucky to have you next year.